from Indianapolis. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out.
Rondale Moore on the return. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Play fake. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Wentz on third down. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Dejo. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 73 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Quite a decision there on fourth down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Four yards remain for second down. To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Here's second and a yard. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and 12. Now Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal, 96 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. They kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together, could get into field goal.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock. But now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Murray. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on fourth down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. Flush to his right. And the reception made by Green. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Back to the air on second down. Wentz being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wentz. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returning it is Moore. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30. 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin, fighting his way through contact. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
And got his man, complete!
Is that it?
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Come on now.
Christian Kirk, 85 yards. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Wentz going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Wentz now to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wentz again. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Hey, we got to sit. Lions. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He's got a man. Complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Indy.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A huge play there for Arizona.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray flushed out right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Wentz. He's got Doyle. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the slant.
Wentz to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Budda Baker with a pick. And the Cards will take over possession here up at the 44 and give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since...
It's caught at the 10-yard line. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Hilton. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out.
They got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Arizona. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Steps away. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Cardinals win it.
Practice, man, it's been a minute. When we pull up, we go ahead and get it. If they told you we did it, he did it. Super Bowl back to back, we gon' finish it. Grab the trophy, we go ahead and sit with it. I remember we came up from nothing, so now we gon' turn up for something. We hit for the win, we ain't bluffing. They hand me the ball like I'm rushing. I gotta work a little smarter, I gotta go a little harder. I gotta ball like a Pro Bowl starter. They think they cold, put them in a coffin. We got them all on the team when we off. I'm told them they can't be like us, we ballin'. We on a spaceship and we gone for real. All of my teammates, they know the deal. Yeah, my heart in the game for real. Hit the ball, but this ain't no drill. New whip with some real big wheels. Oh, you mad, oh, this how you feel? Got the whole damn league tryna scout for us. Number 1 team passing rush. We just gon' run up the numbers. They was tough, but we turned them to runners. Ain't no way that we going back under. Came from nothing, we straight out that gutter. You better not draw when I pass it. I stand in the pocket, I passing the ball. I'm in the field when they calling the plays. I don't like what they call it, I'm calling it all. Now I be running up bands with all of my friends, and I got the ball in my hands. They mad, I'm scoring again. Practice, man, it's been a minute. When we pull up, we go ahead and get it. If they told you we did it, he did it. Super Bowl back to back, we gon' finish it. Grab the trophy, we go ahead and sit with it. I remember we came up from nothing, so now we gon' turn up for something. We hit for the win, we ain't bluffing. They hand me the ball like I'm rushing. I gotta work a little smarter, I gotta go a little harder. I gotta ball like a Pro Bowl starter. They think they cold, put them in a coffin. We got them all on the team when we off. I'm told them they can't be like us, we ballin'. We on a spaceship and we gone for real. All of my teammates, they know the deal. Yeah, my heart in the game for real. Hit the ball, but this ain't no drill. New whip with some real big wheels. Oh, you mad, oh, this how you feel? Stuck in my ways. I just wanna ball big stage. Big time players, big time plays. I put my heart in the game. They gon' remember my name. I put the team on my back, on my shoulders. I cannot stop even if the 4th quarter go over. We gon' keep moving like soldiers. All of our fans sending us letters like we go to war. Look what they wrote us. If you the opponent, then book it. We gon' keep going, keep